Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Smile. Make people laugh for a living. And you know what? If you are not watching mid-morning show, you are not a living thing. Do you know the meaning of living thing? Non-living things, they can't see, they can't hear, they can't even see anything, so you are not watching. But ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked down. My name is Dr. Smile. Make people laugh for a living.
Yes, you're welcome. This is the mid-morning show on BCOS television. Of course, it's the Friday edition, and we're saying thank God for Friday, and also thank God for every day. You know, once it's Friday, the mood, because, it's the beginning of the weekend, you know that the mood is always high, and that is the kind of vibe that we bring on the show. Today is the 21st day in the month of August, 2026. My name is Ifeoluwa Olaoye, and I'm not riding solo.
My name is Demetokwe Ulubodun. Beautiful morning to you, wherever it is that you're watching us from.
Yes.
I must compliment your outfit. You look amazing.
Is it the pink?
The pink has a way of, setting on you.
Really?
You look good on it.
As I came in, someone said you look pinky. I just burst out laughing. I'm like, what kind of I understood, yeah. Oh, thank you. You look good as well.
Thank you. Never to be caught on fresh.
That's the essence of this show.
Yeah.
It's Friday. You know that once it's Friday, we get to unwind. We know that, okay, the work week is coming to an end. All right. And our guests on this show, even though they are not the kind of people that go for a night or that work, during the week most of the time, they mostly work weekends. It still doesn't matter, because when they come on this show, they get to share their experiences with us. They get to tell us some of the challenges that they faced, how they've been able to overcome it, and how viewers at home can also learn one or two things from their own lives and their experiences. Now, before our guest comes in, let's go see this documentary on future cake design. Please stay with us.
Whether it is a birthday, wedding, graduation, or promotion, cakes are necessary to bring more joy to the celebration and warm the heart of the celebrants. No matter how many different treats there are in the market, nothing can replace the uniqueness of cakes. There are many reasons why you should not forget a cake for a special celebration, especially birthday parties. With its lovely colors and creative design, a cake can undoubtedly make an occasion more fun and enjoyable. Of course, there is nothing more special than sharing delicacies with your beloved guest. The food you serve to the table shows the depth of your happiness. While an ordinary party only includes a starter, main dishes, desserts, and some drinks, an extraordinary celebration almost always has delightful cakes. When there is a cake in the house, you can surely expect a more vibrant celebration. Aside bringing more happiness to the celebration, a cake can also symbolize success and milestones. For instance, having a cake during a birthday occasion can mean celebrating the life of the celebrant. A cake on a wedding day signifies being thankful and the bride and groom being prepared to enter a new chapter of their lives. Regardless of whatever you are celebrating, you can make it more meaningful with a lovely cake. Cakes are taken as the best way of celebration, as it hangs around the people until the cake cutting ceremony completes. The person who is the main star of the party gets the attention of people. No matter what occasion you are celebrating, a cake is something you should not miss.
welcome back. This is still the mid-morning show on BCOS television. And before we went on that break to see that feature on cake design, I said our guest here will be sharing her experience with us, how she was able to get into her industry and some of the challenges she faced and how she was able to overcome. We have here right with us in the studio, we have Mrs. Bosedi Bello, aka Bossibel. She's a baker who, had, I would say, quite the journey before she became a baker. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So let's start at the beginning because I read your profile. I saw that you have a BSc in chemistry.
Yes.
You spent so many years in the classroom,
Yes.
teaching. So how did a science teacher eventually become a baker? How did that happen?
Okay, so this is it. I've always have a flair for baking.
Okay.
Always. I would just before the internet, I would just put flour, everything together. I'll bake. I remember my son's first birthday. I was one that baked it without any prior knowledge.
Ooh.
All I know is I see the design and I started piping. And his first birthday is 25 this year.
So 25 years ago.
So I have that little bit of flair for it. And I remember growing up, my mom wanted to actually take me to a baking school. But because we used to live in the north then, but it was during that Bonki crisis, so we had to relocate back to Ibadan. So that was why I could not go. Okay. But then I would go online, when the internet came in, I would go online, I would search for recipes, I would just do. I wish I forgot. I wanted to bring the picture of the cake that I used to bake there.
I'm sure it would have been so hard because
I made sure I kept that picture so that I always reference to it.
the first cake that you ever baked.
Okay, yeah. And like 5 years ago, I've sat down. I asked myself that, where am I heading? There are times you have a meeting with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I just felt things are not working the way I wanted it. So I decided to reach out to a friend. Her name is Bola Tito Kidara of BT Cakes and Catering Services. A dear friend, my childhood friend. So I reached out to her and in fact, I thought she would make fun of me. What time? What are you looking for at this time? But no. She took me in. She took her time. Even out of no time, put me through the basics. So, and that's how I started the journey in 2021. So after that, I went online. I had some serious classes that I paid for.
Okay.
So that's how I was improving myself. And so I discovered that I was doing it. So now what brought out that decision was that, like I said, I had a meeting with myself and I asked myself, what am I doing in my life? And I asked myself that, what can I actually do? What can I do effortlessly without any stress? And what is that thing that when they are looking for anybody in the family to do it, who do they call? I said, okay, let me go into the baking stuff fully. Let me train properly for it, not trying to gamble here and there online. And that's how I started.
So you chose it above all other businesses that you've tried your hands on because I could tell.
Yes.
You've done a lot of
Just
things, soap making, chin, liquid soap, honey, and all of that. And it had
honey
to
is
be
still
baking.
going on.
Oh, wow.
I'm selling it.
Majorly baking.
Both of them really
together.
There's nothing. It's just for me to bottle the honey and sell.
Yes.
So there's nothing to it.
Okay. Wow. So when you decided to go into baking professionally, what was the challenge you actually faced at first?
So this is it. First of fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of. I hate to fail. I don't like it. So I was like, will I succeed here? You get. So that fear was there. Then secondly, as I go on with the baking, the fear of how will I get people to patronize me? Who will believe me? So then I did a lot of free cakes, a whole lot. a whole lot, so that people can. I just had this belief that at least when you have a taste of what I'm baking, that will, encourage you. Oh my dear. Yes, a few came, but so many did not. They just enjoyed the cake and
Moved
move
on.
on.
I think that would have taught you a lesson.
Of course, it has. It has. But I didn't regret it really,
Okay.
because I was doing it with joy, with excitement. Even the ones I get paid for, I see that as another opportunity to do something. It wasn't about the money for me. It's the excitement of making something for somebody to sit down and enjoy. That is it.
Okay, so what did you do? How did you get out of that situation whereby you even made free cakes just to have customers, clients come to you, and they were not as forthcoming as you expected them to? So how were you able to get out of that, to get paying customers, paying clients?
Okay, so I ensure that, there's this thing we all need to understand, and that is, as the world is moving, move. Don't sit in one place.
Yeah.
Don't be in your closet.
In your shell.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened is that I was online. I positioned myself there. If I see anybody online, I follow what they're doing. So then I begin to see some people put out maybe some classes to join. I joined. So from there, I learned how to, be online, showcase your products, how to go about it, the things I need to put in place, because baking is beyond just baking a beautiful cake. There is a business side to it. So I learned some of those things. So
Online as well?
Online. So I started posting. I was posting endlessly. Even though I don't know that I was doing it right then, I was just posting. And I started getting, a family. Anyway, it started with family.
Okay.
So a few, they will pay. But then, as I post constantly, and as I was giving down my cakes, and if you were, tasting, they were coming back to really purchase, to buy, to place order. And what I do is, anytime I bake, I snap and I post. I snap and I post. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. In fact, I don't know why I stopped going to X. I don't know, maybe it's not my thing. I'm dead. So I post, and I'll make sure I was posting. And people see, even on status, WhatsApp status, I was posting. And so people were seeing it, and they come.
You were in
and
people's faces.
yes, that was what I was doing.
Okay, like you said, it's not just the baking aspect of it. There's also a business aspect.
Yeah.
Let's talk about pricing. I mean, the reality of Nigeria today. I'd say there was a time where if you want to get a crate of egg, I mean, I don't have to be a baker to know the price of egg. There was a time they were selling a crate of egg for like 800, 900 naira. If you say it now, some people will say it's a lie. But actually, there was a time, and now you get a crate of egg for 5,500, 6,000, 6,500. So how do you manage the pricing? I mean, that's just for egg. How about other ingredients that go into baking of cake? The price that you got in the market yesterday might not be the same that you'll get next week.
Of course.
And how do you manage that for somebody that, say, has come to you today, paid, and then the person wants their cake next week, but then you get to the market and you're meeting another price? What do you do? How do you price, or how do you give your clients a good price and they don't feel like you're extorting them because of the situation of Nigeria?
Okay, so this is what we do. Okay, this is what I do when I'm pricing a cake. You reach out to me. The first question I will ask you is, when do you need the cake?
Okay.
That will help me know how to do the costing. And if you need a cake in 2 months, 3 months, my dear, I will not give you price. Now, if you insist on having a price, I will let you know that I'm going to give you an estimated price.
Okay.
So that because of, fluctuation in market prices. So that's what I will let you know. I will let you know that, okay, this price might change.
Okay.
Even though by the time I'm doing my costing, I will still hype it a little. Just in case. But I would let you know also that in case this price is not going to work, I will give you price. If you insist on wanting me to give you a price.
Okay.
But if you are not insisting on price, I'll say, okay, let's shift it to like maybe in a month's time, I will give you price. But you know, some people, they want to plan ahead.
Yes,
which I
yes, they just
understand
want
very
to
well.
plan their budget.
So I will let them know.
Has that ever happened to you?
Of course.
And that didn't make the client decide that they were not going to.
Because the thing is, let's be open and be on the same page with your clients. There won't be any trouble.
Oh, okay.
You know, there was a time, if you go to the market in the morning,
Yeah.
by afternoon, things have changed.
Yes.
So everybody knows what was going on.
Yeah.
So I tell them, we all know what the market is. There's no stable price.
Okay.
So I let them know that, if I'm giving you a price, though, it might change. But let's work with this for now. If there's been, I actually had one client that it happened to. Yes, I remember. We've agreed on price and I've given them, in fact, they paid.
Price, okay.
They paid. So when the time, they now even shifted the date again. So by the time we were ready, I told them price has changed from what we had. And they paid the excess. Yes.
Wow.
Because they
Easy-going
understand.
client.
That's an
Easy
easy-going
going
client.
Well, have you ever had difficult clients?
I have.
Okay.
There was one, I will call her my first and biggest client.
So she was even a big one.
She said, yes, she was.
Okay.
And she had, it was her dad's 80th birthday.
Okay.
She's not in the country.
Oh.
Yes, she's not. So she reached out to me through a friend. So she wanted 2 cakes.
Okay.
One for that very day and the one for the party.
Okay.
So we agreed and I did first one. She loved the cake. So we went ahead with the second one. We had agreed on a particular design. And afterwards, then she wanted to do desserts too. But the price of the dessert was too high for her. So I said, okay, since you are not doing the dessert again, can we increase the size of the cake?
Okay.
Okay, because we're doing a smaller cake to go with the dessert. But she said she's not going for the dessert. So, okay, let's increase the size a bit. So the price will change, right?
Definitely.
So I redid my costs and I sent it to her. Now, like I would normally do, I put an allowance of bargaining into the cost. So I sent her. There was no response. So after a few days, I point her attention to it. You know, I lightened the message. That was what flared her up.
Wow.
Just that?
Yes, because she felt I'm all about the money. And I was trying to give her space to negotiate. Because that was what happened with the first cake.
Yeah.
So I was giving her space to negotiate. That was what flared her up. In fact, she reported me to the person that that referred her to me.
Yes.
You get? And I had to explain what happened to the lady, let her know. She said, I should not mind that. What if it's about money? Is that not why you're doing the cake? Unfortunately, out of the anger, I got an extra cash because she paid the money.
That's vex money.
So she paid it in full. She didn't negotiate. So I got my full money and I pocket my pay.
But the funny thing is, as much as social media can be a good thing, I feel like at times it can also be misleading. Because I would say, in a way, if you're trying to express yourself, if the person cannot hear your voice, they might assume you mean something else. So I think that was what happened in that situation. Just,
it's a misunderstanding.
A simple misunderstanding that could have just been sorted if maybe you had spoken on phone, she had heard your voice, or maybe it was physical. I think that's one of the disadvantages of social media.
Yes, misunderstanding. So you should know how to express yourself in a way that you'll be heard right.
Right, yes, in the way you're actually expressing yourself.
Yes. So at times I do voice notes because when you're hearing my voice, the tone of my voice, everything is. But by the time you read, you are reading another meaning.
Yes. If you're angry at that time, you might even think the person is writing in anger.
You get the point.
Yes.
But when you hear my voice, so that's
you get to understand. Okay.
So yes, talking about cakes, have you ever had a difficult design? I mean, when you came in, you saw us we saw a feature together, cake design. I've seen a lot of cake designs, a lot of cakes, you know, beautiful designs, a lot of designs that, as a layman, you look at it and you wonder, How was this person able to make this kind of cake? How were you able to bake this kind of cake? Cake will come from, I don't know, they bring it down, they lay it down. Like the one we can see on screen now. You see a cake that even resembles the person maybe celebrating or having the event, a cake with babies, a lot of cakes. How do bakers come up with this? Do you take a special design class? Where exactly does this inspiration come from? Because back in the day, it was only you get the round cake or size. But now, a lot of people, a lot of designs.
Yes.
How does that happen? Have you ever had like a difficult design, something you've never made? A client comes to you and says they want to do this. How are you able to do it? How?
Okay. I would say, okay, I've had different designs. This thing has grade. Like you said, there are houses that are got the portrait of the people. I've not gotten to that level. I'm looking forward to. But the few that I've even done, there are times that, let me say the very first time I was making a square cake. Very first time. Because when I learned, it was just a round cake. That's the easiest. Very, very easy. I was so scared. I wanted to no, I can't do it. But what I now did was I went online. YouTube was my friend. So if I didn't watch at all, I watched up to 20 different videos or even more.
And despite the fact that you were already a baker who was already, who already had
how to cover a square cake. Oh wow! I watched it so much so that in my subconsciousness, I could make it. And so by the time I was making it, I was able to do it.
But is it really that difficult from making a round cake?
It is.
Really?
Because especially if it's a fondant cake. Fondant is another story that when I was running away from it. Until my younger sister was going to have her daughter's 10th year birthday. She insisted I do the fondant. I was like, what do I do? But before then, I had a class I saw online, how to make stable fondant. I had to pay. I pay and I learned. And that's what helped me at that time. So I was able to do it. So a square cake, what brought me to fondant? A square cake, if I come in with fondant, it has to be perfect. Perfectly trimmed. Because we trimmed, all those designs you're seeing is trimming of the cake. And if you are the type that you are looking at the cake, you don't want it to waste, you will not do a perfect job.
Oh, wow.
Because when it comes to getting those character cakes, as in houses, you are trimming, you are cutting out cakes. You are cutting out cakes.
That just goes to waste.
It doesn't go to waste. Some people eat it now.
No, I mean, but when you have the solid design,
if you see it as a waste, you won't do anything.
That's right.
But if you are seeing the picture you are trying to achieve, you won't see it as a waste. You will trim as much as you need to trim. So getting all those kind of, designs, you have to learn. Some people are talented, they can do it by themselves, but you need to learn. You see, I go online, I see different cakes, and why can't you just take a class? It's not that difficult. Because you cannot learn everything online. Yes, you will have an idea, but you have to go for a class. I've gone for so many classes that I paid for. There was one I went to at Lagos for this realistic cake. So why you got this castle cake? Was the time castle cake was? I went to learn. This portrait cake, I went to learn. But it was a lot. I just told myself that, look, let me just face one. And let me take it one step at the other. But the thing is, you have to learn. And the inspiration comes when you sit down. When you sit down, you think. Inspiration comes. And at times we pray. I'm a Christian. I pray. I say, God, what do I go about this when I have a difficult thing? I've had different times that I'm walking, and the whole cake was a mess. I have to start all over again.
Wow.
I had a particular cake. Oh no. As I'm remembering now,
it's quite overwhelming.
I was using ganache, to cover the cake, and I just noticed that the cake is bulging. his body. What could have gone wrong? I tried, and I'm going to deliver the following day around noon. But I worked throughout the night. I mean, I did not sleep throughout the night. It was at some point, and I had to scrape out all the thing I was doing, bring out the layers of the cake one after the other, and I saw where the problem is. It's
So
one of the layers of the cake that is crumbling.
Oh.
I had to rebake. Yes.
Wow.
I had to bake another one that night. Cool it. Start cooking all over again.
Is it that easy to bake? Aside from the designing and all.
Cake is, see, anybody can bake. You can bake cakes. Everybody can bake cake. Go online, go and search for a recipe. Just follow. Put it in the oven. Time it. It's out.
But I think the designing is what makes it difficult.
But another thing to that is there's a texture to the cake. That is where professionalism comes in. Anybody can bake anything and you eat it as cake. But when you want to get quality cake, there's a professionalism to it. So that's where the difference is.
When you eat some cakes and it's really moist in your mouth, you know, this one is the professional that makes it.
There's a the technicality to it. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
So there's something about, but if you just want to eat just any cake, anybody can bake.
Yeah, because we see people now, they just, once they come to you and they ask for your price, and they're like, okay, don't worry, I can get it at a mall or something. I just get it for a cheaper price. But people do not get to know the difference if you're not talking about it.
See, that's where the problem is. I'm a home baker. I don't have a storage yet. You want to buy a cake, you price me, you feel my cake is pricey. I'm baking a fresh cake. The one you are buying in the store, number one, it is commercially baked.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Secondly, they get their materials in bulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I mean bulk, some of them may be directly from the company.
Okay.
So the cost of making that cake is going to be different from me. Then secondly, you don't know how long the cake has been on the shelf. And they pack it with so much chemical to preserve it. So that's where the difference is. That compared to a cake that you order, custom made for you, it's going to be freshly baked. Baked with love and so much intentionality. And with your health in mind, that okay, this cake is going out from my kitchen, it has to be hygienic. No room for any contamination. Then, specific design.
Yes.
That's
I mean, the one you get that's already made.
You don't make your choice.
You're choosing your design.
You
are not taking what you see. You are making a choice of what you want. You see, there are so many things to it. So the price can never, ever be the same.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma. The conversation still continues. This is the Mid-Morning Show on BCOS Television. We'll go on a commercial break now. Please stay with us.
Under attack, but not for long, because Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Dirty downstairs, no fit do a shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
Okay, well, welcome back. It's still the Mid-Morning Show on BCOS Television. And we're in conversation with Mrs. Bosede Bello, who is a baker, and she's widely known as Bossy Bell. Now, before we went on that break, we were talking about cake designing and all. Yes, so we've seen people have signatures. When you see a particular cake, we feel like, oh, this must be this vendor's cake. Now, do you have one?
sure I do, because at times when in fact, I have to be making conscious efforts to ensure that my cakes don't follow the same pattern.
Okay.
I will just tweak it a little bit. Like my twin brother was saying one time, say, I want that Bossy Bell cake. It's not here in Ibadan. So we'll be 50 next week Saturday.
Wow.
So he's trying to get a cake. He said, no, I want Bossy Bell's cake. I said, you have to get from where you are, not in the same location. So when you see somebody's cake, you always know. Everybody have a signature cake. There's this lady I follow online, Cakes by Ife. She's one of the people I learned from. I learned whipped cream and garnishing from her. Wonderful person. Anytime I just scrolling through TikTok, once I stumble into a particular cake design, without looking at the name, I know she's the one. And the moment I'm looking at the name,
It's her.
it's her. So same thing with me. I know. Because I don't know, if you go to my page, you will see there, there's a kind of pattern. Yes. So you will know.
Okay. So let's talk about social media. I can tell that it has helped you a lot in a way, because judging from your journey, how you've shared it, you've been posting online, you've never been the one to be shy away, or you've not been shy from social media, because there are some people who have businesses that it's highly possible that social media will help them or will sell them. However, because they're not social media people, they stay off social media and just rely on clients that know them off. Yes. Now, is it possible for a baker in this industry in Nigeria of today, despite the fact that we have a lot of bakers? I mean, I'd say we have a lot of bakers. Many people bake now. Would you say someone can actually survive the industry and have clients, can have good clients, can have patronage, despite not being on social media or not being social media people? Is it possible?
At some point I said, the world is moving.
Yes.
As it is moving, you need to move so that you not be left behind. Aside being a baker, businesses should be online. I've gotten quite a number of customers that saw me on Google, my business. Just Google, they went on Google, search for my business, and they saw me. Oh, I need your cake, and I did it. I don't know them from Adam. They just went to Google to search for bakers around so and so, and they got me. So you can't go away from there. The social media is I call it my shop. Yes, I don't have a physical shop.
Yes,
so I tell myself that this is my shop. The day I don't go online, telling myself that I'm not opening my business for today.
I hope people can have the same mentality.
Because if I don't have a physical shop I'm waking up every morning to go to, then this one that I have, let me make the best out of it. So I make sure I post there as much as I can. I can't say 100% every day, but I would say 99.9%. I try to post. I try to almost. I tell you the truth is a lot. It's not easy. At times I don't feel like. In fact, most times I will tell you I don't feel like posting. True.
So what drives you? Why do you end up posting?
Like I said, it's my job. You just have to open. I don't have to choice. I have to open. I have to open for business to know that I'm still operating. You get.
So, let's say someone is watching today and the person is just starting out. What would you say from your own experience and maybe some experiences that fellow bakers have shared with you? For someone that is just starting out, what mistake do you think bakers make for someone that is just starting out?
Okay, the first mistake is you are not taking proper training. Because we have a lot of bakers out there, a whole lot, that claim to be a baker, but they've not been trained. Professionally. And some of them are half-baked bakers.
Which one is half-baked?
You just have some little basic say and there, and you just stop. You felt you've arrived. As I'm sitting there yesterday, I'm still learning. I am still learning.
You've learned a lot.
I've not done anything though.
Wow.
I still have a lot to. I see some people's cake and like, wow, I would need to go and take a class for this. You get. So I'm still learning. So that's one mistake bakers do. Some bakers do. They don't do proper training. Then the second thing is, and that's the problem all bakers are having now.
Okay.
And that is pricing. They don't know how to price cake. You know, you felt it's just to put the materials that you use to put it together and cost the cake. No. There's a whole lot to it. And that is where bakers are having problem. And before I go further on that, let me say this. You will see two different cakes, not different, two cakes.
Okay.
Looking the same.
Yeah.
Same design, you see it, and they're costing the same, different prices.
How is that possible?
Very, very possible. Now, this is it. Same size,
Yeah.
Same design.
same design,
Same outlook.
same outlook, but different prices. One might be costing like 200K.
Why should it be different?
Why the other one might be like, maybe, I think it's 50,000.
Okay,
So what makes the difference?
So the difference in that is what went into each of the cakes. That's one. Somebody might be using margarine
Okay.
while somebody is using butter. Now, let me
But
enlighten you.
margarine is
So that's I'm going there now. In Nigeria, we call margarine butter.
Yeah.
No, it is not butter.
So butter is bread spread, while margarine is cooking margarine. Or what's the difference?
Margarine is more of how do I put it now? Is hydrogenated fats.
okay.
While butter is cream and fat. It has cream and fat. Butter can be gotten from heavy cream.
Okay.
When you whip heavy cream, you can get butter, you can get buttermilk. So butter is richer, more nutritional than margarine
For baking.
for anything.
Oh wow.
So if I use butter, and to the best of my knowledge, a 200-gram butter, President, if I'm right, is about 10K or so. About 10,000. And as of the last, a good margarine, 1 kg,
Yeah.
is about, is within the range of 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah.
Like half the price.
So look at 200 grams, 10,000. 1 kg.
One kg.
Yeah.
Can you see? The difference is that's butter.
Okay.
Some cakes has fillings. Fillings, different fillings.
Okay.
So same design, this one might have filling, that other one might not have
Might not
filling.
have.
Then what did you use in covering the cake? It could be ganache. I was able to catch a picture of one of my cakes now.
Okay.
That cake, the square blue one.
Oh yeah.
I actually covered it with ganache before putting fondant on it.
Okay.
So like a double covering.
So the ganache, it makes it more rich and it holds it well. Now, I can actually cover that cake without ganache. Do you see the difference in cost in the price? Then another thing, environment, location of your bakery or your kitchen where you're baking from. You get. So you are not considering lights, you are not considering staff, rents, all those things, they come into play. It could even be the same ingredient that went into the cake, but your location and the other person's location are not the same. We are going to different markets to get these things. So this is where the problem is. So somebody will not come and said, I want this cake. Say, no, somebody has given me for this price. I say, sorry. You want me to give you value? You want me, at least somebody has eaten my cake. I say, we want that cake. You want that exactly? Then don't let me, I don't cut corners. I will give you exactly what you want. Then you should be ready to pay. So you see, it
Looks like baking is a whole lot.
it's a whole lot. People don't understand. They just feel, is it not sugar and milk and oil? Just mix it together. No, it is not. It is not.
Wow.
Well, let me ask you from where you stopped. Where you spoke about how you tell a client that you're giving them value for their money. Have you ever had someone, say no because say maybe they couldn't afford it?
Yes,
and
I have
and you
lot.
let them go?
Yes, I do.
Was that at the beginning of your business?
No, even now I do it now. At the beginning, at the very beginning, like I said, I was trying to get customers. I wish I'd do it. But when I started having the understanding of how these things run, let me not be Mother Christmas. Let me not be dashing people cake at my own detriment. Because I'm going to use things to take this cake. I will buy. I will use gas. I will use lights. I will spend my time. My time. I'm using my expertise. You have to pay for it. So, when the customer comes and they say, if the negotiation is not working, I let go. I've done it. Even to somebody that I know. Wow. Yes.
So do you think a first time or someone that is just getting into the baking industry, would you advise they do the same?
I would not advise because you're just starting out.
Okay.
You need to put yourself... See, somebody is buying cake from somewhere before you came. And that was the challenge I said I faced. I should be able to gain your trust.
Yes.
Somebody is buying from somebody and the person is delivering perfectly well for them. They love the person's cake. They're so into that person. So for me to win you over, there's something I have to do. So I can't be rigid and say, don't, it has to be. No, you are building it. You are not there yet. You can't compare yourself to that person. You can't, no. In fact, in this baking industry, just maintain your lane and don't run ahead of yourself. Because if you compare yourself to others, you will shoot yourself in the leg.
Wow. That's a big takeaway.
Yes.
All right. Now, behind the scene, you were talking about you going into event planning and all. Now, what drove you again into event planning? Because you've done a whole lot. You've lifted, you've done it. So why event planning again?
Okay. Let me start by saying I don't like it. I don't like parties. I'm that kind of person. I tell you, I want to be shocked. Yes, but this was what betrayed it. I have a sister in the family that knows how to do that. In fact, two of them. So when it's time for family function, anything, I just drop back, let them do their thing. I'll be supporting them behind the scene. You get. But now she traveled. She's not around. And her mother-in-law needed to celebrate her 70th birthday. So she wanted me to do the planning for her. I was saying, I cannot do this. So, it is cake now, I will do it. But this one, they said you will do it. And we started planning. With zero knowledge about planning an event. I was able to, with her help though, I was able to, plan the 70th birthday. And everybody was like, it was wow. It was because I was trying to ask, I was scared. I didn't want to fail, but I was able to do it. Yes, there were some mistakes I made, but it was successful. It was successful. Meanwhile, before then, I belong to the Professional Event Planners and Vendors Association of Nigeria, PEVRAN.
Okay.
So I used to see somebody post in the group. She's in my zone. Her name is Shifun Fadeyi of Zecon Initiatives. Very wonderful person. I learned from her. So she posted one time on the group about event planning training. I saw it, I saw the price. I just took my face away. I said, okay. So I just mind my business. So after the 70th birthday of my sister's mother-in-law, she was not like, you can do this thing, no. She was going gingering me and pushing me. I said, oh, it's not cake, Joy, it's cake now. She said, no, you can do it. That's how she pushed me and pushed me. And I started, and I discovered that I actually love it. And the person I'm learning from, Zecon, wonderful person. She taught us everything, took it out. She allowed us to use the pictures of our own events, videos, That's how I started to do.
Okay.
In fact, we're going to have our graduation in October.
I would say congratulations.
Thank you.
So for you that you did not have the basic knowledge of event planning when you started, when we say event planning is more like bringing vendors together and just having a party.
No. There's a lot
Because
to
someone
it.
hearing from you now will think, oh, maybe that's what it takes.
No. There's a lot to it. First off, the training helped me to realize that when you have an event, you honestly need an event planner. Growing up, even some up till now, when there's an event in the family, we have these aunties that can cook, these aunties that can do that, so everybody comes together, they do it. But I now discovered that there will be some lapses. That is when you see some people who are served, some people are not served.
Yeah.
That's when you see somebody will cook rubbish. That's when you see
There will not be meat.
There will not be meat. All the decoration is already back, those kind of things. So what an event planner does is first off to know your need. What do you want for your event? We need to know. That is what will help us to work. What exactly is your event about? What do you want? What kind of event do you want? Is your dream that will bring to life? And we advise also professionally. You get. So the event planner will now help you source for vendors if you don't have. And most of the time it's good the event planners source the vendors for you because they know vendors that they can work with, that can provide, that can deliver rather.
Yeah.
But good, you can also have vendors on your hand that can deliver, that you have used, yes. So they will help you to source the vendors. They will help you to plan a budget, to and do the budget of your event. We'll work around the budget. Now the advantage of an event planner helping you to source a vendor is because we are working together. So we have a way of doing a negotiation that will be beneficiary to the vendor and to the client. You get. Then after the planning, putting things together, ensuring things are working, on that day there's something we call event coordination, event management on that day to ensure that it works. Because it's one, you see somebody spend not billions, a whole lot of money, millions on an event and it doesn't show. And somebody will spend far less and looks big and looks wonderful. It's the plan that went into it and the execution.
That's the difference.
The planning and the execution.
Yes.
You get?
Yes.
Because you could plan and execution is zero. So that is where the event planner will help you coordinate the event on the event day. Ensure that what we have planned, there is a flow. Everything is flowing the way it's planned. The time that this is supposed to be done, that is supposed to happen. Everything is glowing. People are served the way they're supposed to. The vendors arrived early. They're all set up. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Everybody's doing what it is supposed to do, delivering as they're supposed to deliver.
You said something. You said you going into event planning made you realize that every event should have an event planner. But I think the reason many events do not have an event planner is because of the cost.
Yes.
Many people are usually shy away from having to spend extra money or an extra cost on an event planner. When they can just sit down, put down a list. I mean, what's the big deal? What are people doing that?
And they have vendors.
I mean, yes, that they already have vendors and they just input it. So how do you convince someone that they actually need, aside from, say, a walk-in customer that already knows the value of an event planner, how do you convince somebody that you need an event planner, even if you do not have a lot? You need it for this event. How? And what's the cost? Or, I mean, what does an average event planner charge that makes many people shy away from having an event planner at their event? And they just decide they want to do it themselves.
Okay, now the thing is, if you have an event, you want it to be successful, right?
Yes.
So that even after a long time, people are talking about it. Like, wow, this event is this. So, which would you rather prefer? To have an event And you're like, more they know about you. I bought this is and someone do. Somebody said they did not eat. That person did not eat. This person was not satisfied. They were like, which one would you prefer? And the thing is, when you have an event planner, you are doing less. You know, the problem that we've all refused to realize is that most people go to their own events stressed.
Yeah.
Go to their own events, not enjoying their own party. You are supposed to go to your own events, sit down, enjoy your own events as your guest that you invited. But most of the time, it's not always that case. It's not always the case. They are going around. What today? You are there worked up. You are supposed to sit down. Well dressed. Enjoy your party. Have fun. That is the essence of the party. That's the essence of the event. Not that you are.
No, actually, I feel people actually want that. They don't want to go to their event stressed. They don't want to have to be bothered about some people not eating or getting souvenir. However, I think the major issue is the pricing. The cost. Yes. They just feel like, is this money worth it? When I have one auntie that I know that once they see her, they'll just sit down and
have you seen a situation whereby you get to an event planner and then they do not pay the vendor as much as they charged?
Yes.
Okay. And they've collected the whole money.
Yes. I think a guest has even come on the show to say something similar. An event planner too, that spoke about how I think the cost that they discussed was quite different.
Yes.
Because the person that cooked, I think the caterer later saw the clients, and the client just think that I loved the food. A lot of people really enjoyed the meal and all of that. That she would maybe give her an extra cost or something like that. And then maybe the lady said, the money, maybe the 200K you sent, for instance, and she's like, how did that happen? You understand? So, I mean, I feel issues like this is majorly about the pricing, the costs. So,
the thing is, God will help us. In every sector, you always have the bad eggs. From the person I learned from, and for my own personal value, just be transparent. Be a person of integrity and do the right thing. Just do the right thing. See, for any business at all, yes, we want to make the money, but let it not be about the money. Let the money be the reward for the value you are giving. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
If we do that, we will do the right thing. We will do the right thing. Yes, we have had people being exploited by event planners. What you said is really true. That they would tell the event planner and the client we agreed on certain amounts, and they're giving the vendors a different amount. It happens a lot. It does. But what I ask myself is, if I'm doing anything, I'm selling you value.
That's right.
So that when you are satisfied with what you get, you will definitely come back. You will definitely refer me to somebody. You get me? You'll be happy. So if everybody have that mindset, you won't be having such issues. And people will not feel bad for what they pay. Because they know, when there is value, there's no amount you cannot pay.
If you are going to get value for
yes,
your money.
you will pay.
I actually understand that part where you said if you're being open, that it's actually right. I mean, being transparent. Because I recall now that when on social media, when Lateef Adedimeji, the actor, and his wife, Mubin, when they had their triplets Thanksgiving recently, I noticed that there was this event planner that that was in charge of the events. They had like a meeting, including Mobi, because she was there.
Yes.
So I'm sure that, I don't know what happened at that event or at that gathering, but I'm sure that at the point, maybe the costing would have come in. So she would have an idea of what every vendor is going to take. So there wouldn't be any hidden charge. So, if event planners can be transparent, if they can be very clear with their costs, and all of that. People
They
want
won't
to,
be-
yes,
yes,
there
they
won't
won't
be
be.
a problem. Clients would always want to have event planners. They won't want to be stressed to death.
Yes,
No,
like
no.
the meeting you said you saw, it's called vendors meeting before the events. You bring all the vendors together, and that is where we will now we have something we call the floor plan.
Okay.
We know where this will be. We know where so everybody knows where he or she is going to be positioned to carry out this.
Just for an event.
Yes.
Is that not even stressful?
No,
I feel like
It sounds like it's stressful.
But we have a lot to unveil. But let's go on this break. Please stay with us.
You're welcome back to the mid-morning show on BCOS television with our guest, Mrs. Bosede Bello, aka Bossibel, who is a baker. Now, she's taking us through her journey as a baker, how she started with a BSc in chemistry, thoughts, delved into different businesses before becoming a baker, and also an event planner. Before I went on that break, we were talking about event planning and all of the things that go into it. And I said, we agree that it seems like even the process that goes into the event is quite stressful because we said the situation I described about the actors who had their triplets Thanksgiving is called a vendors meeting. Yes. So, why do you have to sit down and discuss and picture the event?
Everybody gets their pay and come on that.
Yes. Just tell me what you want. I think we should discuss it. Why involve me? Is that not I'm paying? Is that not the essence of me paying? Why do you have to bother me with details I don't even want to know about?
We have to, like I said, why you have to be there is I started by saying that I will have to know what you want.
Yes.
It's your dream that we are bringing to life.
That's right.
So that is why you need to be there, to ensure that, okay, what we discuss, this is what is coming. So at the vendors meeting, you have all the vendors that will be, rendering service on that day on seats. And you'll be telling us what you are providing. I, as an event planner, I've discussed with you. You said, okay, you want your decoration to be in a particular way. Okay, this is the kind of band you want. You want this kind of lights, stuff and that. Okay, this is the kind of cake I want, stuff and that. This is the kind of food, the different food you want. At this time, this is what we want to be served. At this particular time, this is what will be served. And so many other things. Sound. So many vendors will be on board. Okay, so at the vendors meeting, we'll sit down. Okay, so I'll ask you. You are the caterer. So what are you providing? What's the number of food you are providing? Amala, what's the number? What kind of soup are you providing? What kind of protein are you providing? What is the number you're doing? Small jobs, how many number are you providing? How are you doing it? Everybody comes and give us a report of what they are doing. Time of arrival, the setup, everything. So we are on board that, okay, this is what is going to happen that day. So at that meeting, we all have a visual understanding of what that event day is looking like. In fact, there's something we call the mood board. The mood board gives the client an idea of what the event is going to be.
Okay.
So it's a mood board that we work with.
What does that look like? Is it a drawing or a writing or
different pictures?
Okay.
We bring it together. We collate it together, give you an idea. So if I'm telling you, okay, this is the idea of decoration that we are going to have. You are seeing it. It might not be exactly, but you are getting the idea of what you are going to see on that day. So you already have an idea of what is going to look like this setting. So if you don't like it, you say, no, I don't like this. So you're not getting to an event and you're surprised. You get. Or the kind of food you want to say, how you want it to be plated, the kind of table setting you want, where the band is going to be, the color of the day. We have something we call theme, so the color, everything. So all that is what we put together. So on the day of the event, so before the event, the vendors meeting, the vendors meeting. So at the vendors meeting also, we also agree on a meeting time. Don't come late. Not the one that, let me share my experience. This is not event. I had the church blessing and I called the photographer. As if I had had a vendor, this would have happened. An event plan would have happened. Okay. I had a photographer which I've reached out to. Okay, and I gave him time. I said 8 a.m.
Okay.
And lo and behold,